Hello everyone, welcome to the practice this morning. I'm so happy you're all here and everybody there too. Today we just open up our heart a little bit, going towards gentle back bends, and we start on the mat laying down with the blocks. So you need 2 blocks. If you need a blanket underneath your back, take a blanket there too. Okay, so let's start. And I do demonstrate two different versions for that. So the first version, actually we can do different versions. The first version is like that, the block a little bit higher in the back. This edge is right here where the bra line is, or for the men, the tips of the shoulder blades. Okay, it really doesn't feel good if you have the block too low. So right there, lean over and then take the other block behind you, like so. Okay, no matter where you are, I show that right now, lengthen the lower back. So we're lifting up, lengthen the lower back by tilting the pelvis, and then lower back down. And then I show the legs, the differentiation of the legs after. Okay? All right, so the next version is just 1 block. And I take that a little bit higher than the tips of the shoulder blades and rest the back of the skull, that edge of the skull right there, onto the block. Hands by your side. Same actions here. Lengthen the lower back. Or there's another version where you just take the block flat and again take the other block a little bit higher behind you. And again, this goes behind the shoulder blades. You lean down and it's a little bit less vigorous. Wherever you are in this situation, option 1, keep your knees bent, taking your feet wide, hands by your side, palms facing up. Option 2, take the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall out to the side. Option 3, straighten your legs and just let the feet flop out to the side. And then close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your heart center. Imagine you breathing in and out of your heart, lengthening both the inhale and exhale. Arrive here on the mat, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Relax for a moment. With that breath, lengthen your breaths, both the inhale and exhale. And then from here, take your arms and straighten them completely and take them out by your side like a T. Let the fingertips only touch. The arms are so straight that just the nails are touching. Feel the deep stretch in your chest. And we do a little bit up and down like a snow angel. So take your hands, even here, just the fingertips are touching, the nails are touching, further down to your mat. And then inhale, slide your arms back up and go beyond just a T. Take your arms as far up as you can, not bending your elbows. Pause there a little bit. And then take your hands again all the way down, very slowly. Inhale, take your arms out by your side, slide them up, and then go further up, as far up as you can. And exhale back down again. Feel the muscles not only in the front stretching, but also feel the muscles in the back body engaging. Lift up as far up as you can. And with the exhalation, take your hands back down. One more inhale, reach your arms up. And then down. Now take your hands, your arms straight towards the sky, palms face each other. Press your palms together, interlace your right thumb above your left, and turn your palms towards the ceiling. Join your thumbs, straighten your arms completely, draw the shoulder heads down to the mat, and take your arms overhead. Soften the front ribs in, lengthen the lower back, and keep your arms really straight. It doesn't matter how far down they go. As soon as I soften the front ribs in, the arms just lift a tiny bit. And inhale, reach your arms back towards the sky. Release your hands, take them straight out by your side like a T. Inhale, bring them back. And again, press your palms together, left thumb above your right. Same actions, turn your palms out. I join my thumbs, reach through the heels of the hands, shoulder heads move down, and then I take my arms behind. And for now, I just let the front ribs pop up, and then I soften them in, and you feel a difference in the height of the arms. Keep reaching through the heels of the hands. And inhale, take your hands back towards the sky. Release your hands, and again, one more time, take them out by your side like a T. And then take your hands by your side. Bend your elbows, bend your knees. Now, without the head coming up first, we lift up into a seat with the heart. Imagine there is a string attached right here at your sternum, and it pulls you up. So press down, lift yourself up, and once you are up, tuck your chin down. Okay? And then take your blocks or block away from behind, and we roll down very slowly back down to the mat. Take your feet underneath your knees and take the block in between your thigh. Squeeze the block vigorously. Hold on to the outer edges of the mat, and as you squeeze the block vigorously, you should already feel it in the lowest abdominal muscles here. Okay, and then I flatten out my lower back. So I draw the pubic bone and tailbone equally towards the back of the knees. Press down into your feet and lift the pelvis, lifting your chest towards the chin. Hold on to the outer edges of the mat, and with exhalation, slowly lower back down. Again, hug your outer hips in, lengthen your lower back, and lift up. And slowly exhale all the way down. Again, lifting up, lift the heart towards the chin, and exhale, slowly lower down. Again, we press down into your feet. This time we add on the arms. With the inhalation, lift the pelvis, lift the arms overhead, straight arms. And exhale, take your hands all the way down by your side. And again, coordinate the breath and the movement. With the inhalation, you lift up, arms overhead. Once the inhale is done, the movement is done. Exhale, very slowly, hands by your side, pelvis moves down. 2 more times. Inhale, press down into your feet, lift the pelvis, hands overhead. And exhale, hands down, pelvis down, breath is done. Inhale, lifting up, squeeze the block. And exhale, slowly release back down. Now we take the block away by your side and we lift up again and interlace the hands underneath the back. So here you lift up a little bit higher, you roll the outer arms down to the mat. As you interlace your hands behind the back, reach the knuckles towards the feet. Press down into your feet, lift up a little bit higher. Now hug your outer hips in, firm your inner thigh down. Imagine that block still in between your thigh. Take 3 more breaths here. And very slowly release your hands and roll down to the mat. And then take the soles of your feet together. Let the knees fall out to the side and sway your hips from side to side. All right, and then bring your knees back together. Actually, take your knees back out to the side. And then keep pressing the soles of the feet together and lift the pelvis up and come into a bridge pose like that. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, not as high as usual. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Okay, and then from here, take the block underneath your feet and do the same thing 1 more time. Press the soles of the feet together and lift the pelvis. And exhale, release back down. And we lift 1 more time here with that, and we hold it for 3 breaths. And you feel the engagement in your outer hips, your gluteus medius, maximus. And very slowly we release back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your knees together, take your block away to the side. Bring your knees into the chest and hug your knees in. Massage your lower back. And then take your feet down, take your feet wide, and take your arms up by your side like a T, and take your knees over to the left side. And then take your left foot onto your right knee. And inhale, come back to the center and swivel your feet over, your knees over to the right side. Take your right foot onto your left knee. And come back up and release. Okay, from here, knees into the chest, and we rock back and forth and come up onto the knees. And this practice here is to open up, both lengthen and strengthen your hip flexor. So we take a block underneath the sit bones. So this is Virasana, hero's pose, but then we step the left foot forward. If this is too hard, you can also take 2 blocks underneath, okay? Yes, there we go. Or also a blanket, okay, on top of the block. I think it would be easier 2 blocks. Are you okay? All right. Okay, inhale. So we keep the hands either out to the side, or you can hold on here. We press down and lift up. Actually, take your hands towards the sky. And exhale, come back down. And inhale, lift back up. And I go back a little bit to stretch. And exhale, draw the navel in and sit back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. And lift. And exhale down. And then we switch the leg. Take the right foot forward. Okay, and again press down into the left shin, the right foot, and come up and go back. Exhale, draw it in and sit down. And lift and exhale down. And lift up. You can smile a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale down. Okay, and we switch legs and we just take it a little step further. Okay, so same actions here. From here we take the left hand behind. Yeah, that's difficult without, if you're that high. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, try. Then I make a fist or fingertips, and inhale, we lift up and take the right arm overhead. Exhale, come back down and lift. Exhale down. And 1 more. And exhale. And we switch. Take the other foot forward. Take the right hand behind or the fist. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale down. And lift. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And release. Okay, come forward onto your hands and knees. Take my blocks forward. Spread your fingers. Line your wrists underneath your shoulders, shoulder heads back. We do simple cat and cows here. Inhale, lift the tailbone, belly down, heart forward. Exhale, rounding your spine, tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin. Inhale, uncurl the toes, lift up the heart. Exhale and round. Inhale, lift the tailbone, belly down, extend forward. Exhale and round towards the sky. Now keep that rounding and lift the knees. Draw the navel center in. And exhale, lower back down and lift the heart again. And 1 more time, exhale, round. Lift the knees. Navel center in. Press the mat away. And with the exhalation, lower your knees And inhale, lift the heart. Come into neutral and step your right leg back. Press back through the heel, open the back of the knee, and then lift that leg parallel to the mat. Reach through that heel and really straighten it. Take your left hand forward or just keep it on the mat for balance. With the exhalation, we draw the knee to the nose and elbow all the way back into the belly. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to the nose. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten. Take your left arm out to the left side, bend your right knee, reach back, grab your ankle, and push your foot into your hand, lift the heart. Keep your right knee into midline. Keep your breath flowing. And very slowly straighten your right leg, left arm forward. Exhale, release your hand down, release your right knee. Straighten your left leg back, press through the heel, open the back of the calf and knee, lift it parallel to the mat. Hug your right hip in, firm your abdominal muscles, take your right arm alongside your right ear. With exhalation, knee to the nose, elbow back. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extend. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, straighten. And take your right arm out to the side. Bend your left knee, reach back, grab your ankle, and press your foot into your hand, lifting your chest. Hug your right hip in. And very slowly release the leg. Take it straight forward. Exhale, lower the right hand, lower the left knee down. And we go into child's pose for a moment. Take your big toes together. Press your sit bones back. Straighten your arms completely. Roll the outer arms down to the mat. Lengthen your torso. Flatten out your hands. As you draw the outer arms down to the mat, you root down through the inner hands. Now shift forward, curl the toes under, keep your hands and feet where they are, lift up and back, come into a downward dog with bent knees, lengthening your torso. And then release your right heel down to the mat. Bend your right knee again, straighten your left leg. And one more time on each side. Very gentle from side to side. And then release your heels down to the mat. Lift your toes. Root and rebound here. Take your gaze towards your feet. Your inner heels are disappearing. Your kneecaps lift, the top of the thigh bones lift. You lengthen from your pinky finger side all the way up to the sit bones. Take an inhale, lift the heels, shift forward, crown of the head reaches forward, come into a plank position. Shift all the way forward and lower to the heights of your elbows. And then lower all the way down to the mat, uncurl the toes. Pull back on the heels of the hands, lift up to a low cobra. If you are a woman, take your feet a little bit wider. If you are a man, keep them together. Shoulder heads move back, lengthen the lower back. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, lift up again. Exhale, release back down. And this time take your fingertips out to the side and stack your fingertips underneath your elbows. Shoulder heads move back. Again, you engage your lower back, lengthen the lower back, lift the lower abdominal muscles, and lift up a little bit higher here. Exhale, release back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, lift. Lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, folding down. Plant your hands, curl your toes under, through plank or table, lift up into downward facing dog. Root and rebound here again. Push your hands firmly into the mat. Lengthen your torso from your little finger all the way up to the top of the thigh bones. With an inhalation, lifting the gaze, and exhale, walk your feet forward in between the hands with as many steps as you need. Come halfway up, exhale and fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. Inhale, take your thumbs into your hip creases, slightly bend your knees. And then bend them a little bit more, rock back towards the heels, lift up into chair pose. And exhale, hands to the heart. From here, take your hands behind the back, interlace your right thumb above your left, draw the elbows back, and then straighten your arms without hyperextending your elbows. Roll the shoulder heads back. And then very slowly, slightly bend your knees, hinge forward from your hips, let the crown of the head go down, take your hands towards the sky, and maybe straightening your legs or keep your knees bent. Lift the shoulder heads, draw the shoulder blades towards each other. And then bend your knees again, rock back, lift the chest, take your hands towards the sky. Exhale, hands behind the back, left thumb above your right, shoulder heads back, straighten your arms. Again, forward fold, Uttanasana with the hands overhead. If this is not possible, take a belt in between the hands so the arms are a little bit wider. Bend your knees again, inhale, chair pose, take your hands up, and exhale, forward fold. Take your blocks next to your feet, and we step the right leg back. Lift the top of the right thigh bone, draw the left hip back. And I quickly talk about the pelvis here. So we can lift the tailbone into an anterior tilt or posterior tilt. Okay, we want to lengthen the lower back. We lower the right knee down, lengthen the lower back, lift the front hips up, and then from that point, anchor your tailbone down and forward. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Bend your elbows, draw the elbows back, draw the back of the skull back, lift the gaze. Beautiful. You guys doing great. Inhale, take your hands back up, and exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Straighten your front leg, straighten your back leg and your front leg. Yes. And then step your right leg forward to meet the left, and we step the left leg back. Front knee on top of your front ankle. Again, feel that tilt in your pelvis here. Lengthen the lower back, lower the left knee down, keep the length, lift the frontal hip bones up, and then anchor your tailbone down and forward versus this. So when you lift here, you find a deeper stretch in your back leg. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift the chest. Draw the back of the skull back, elbows towards each other. Straighten your arms again. Beautiful. And exhale, take your hands down. Straighten the back leg. Straighten your front leg. Step your left leg forward to meet the right. Bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, folding forward. Plant your hands and step both feet back. Come into a plank position. Hold that for a moment. And then we'll lower the knees, uncurl the toes, big toes together, and we press back into child's pose. Still keep your arms straight here, firming your outer arms down to the mat. Widen the shoulder blades, lift the inner arms, your biceps towards the sky, root down through the inner hands. Inhale, shift forward, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, exhale again, lower down into child's pose. Okay, and then from child's pose, slowly walk your hands back. Bring your knees together. Sit up very tall. Close your eyes for a moment. Just sit on your heels. Okay, and then we come into Ustrasana. So come up onto your knees. We take a block behind the ankles and squeeze the block in. Knees are hip-width apart. You firm your inner thigh back. You lift the lower abdominal muscles, lengthen the lower back. Take your fists behind your lower back. And as we going backwards, you kind of pull the skin down towards the sit bones. Elbows are bent. Tuck the chin down and lift the chest. Keep your pelvis on top of your knees. Draw the back of the skull back, then lift the gaze. And slowly inhale, come back up. And exhale, take a seat onto that block, releasing your hands. And then very slowly press down again, lifting up. Okay? And this time we interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulder heads back, straighten your arms. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Okay? And reach down towards the block. As you lift the sternum, find the same curve as you find in your lower back, in your upper back as well. Press your fists, your knuckles into the block to lift the heart a little bit higher. Lift it higher. Draw the back of the skull back, maybe lifting the gaze. Maybe let the head go. And then bring your chin back to the chest. And lift back up, and exhale, lower your sit bones back onto the block. And one more. If you have one more in you, Inhale, lift back up. Left thumb above your right, shoulder heads move back, straighten your arms. Tuck the chin, lift the chest, lift the heart, take your knuckles behind you. Press down, and if you can go all the way down, yes, take your feet, heels. Oh my goodness. And tuck the chin, come back up, and lower your seat. Okay. From here, we interlace the hands behind the head. Take the elbows forward. Pull your hands into the back of the head and resist the back of the head into your hands. And inhale, release, take your hands away. Okay, and then we take the block away, and one more time we go into child's pose to release our back. Here you can bend your elbows if you like, or straighten your arms. Do whatever you need to do. Draw the tailbone down to the mat. Take 3 more breaths here. And then inhale, straighten your arms, and we come back to downward facing dog. With an inhalation, lift the gaze. Exhale all the way out, bend your knees, step or hop your feet in between your hands. And lower down. I take a blanket underneath my sit bones. And then we straighten the right leg forward and keep the left knee bent and take the left foot to the instep of your right leg. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease. Left hand towards the ceiling and rotate the chest towards the straight leg. If your left knee is lifted up, take a block underneath your left knee. And then reach over to the right side. So the left hand to the outside of your calf, ankle, or if you can grab your foot, take your foot. Right thumb stays into the creases of your right hip. Draw that strongly back. Lengthen forward and exhale, then fold down and cross your right hand over the left. Let the head go. Reach the crown of the head forward. And inhale, lift the gaze and walk your hands back. Take your left hand underneath your left knee and lift it up. Have some space between your leg and your knee. Inhale, reach your arms back towards the sky. Keep flexing your toes. Right hip draws back. Shift forward. Again, you grab the foot or your calf. Option 1, you stay right here, pressing your knee, your left knee into your left shoulder, or take your left arm out to the side. Internally rotate that arm. Take your right hand behind you and grab your left wrist. Keep reaching the sternum forward. Lift the shoulder heads. And very slowly release your hands, take them forward and towards the sky. And then exhale, take your right arm around your left knee and left hand behind you. And as you hug your knee in, press the knee against the arm, and it helps you to lift and lengthen the spine. And from that length, start twisting over to the left side. Keep drawing the right hip back, right femur bone back. And inhale, come back to the center, unwind, go over to the right side. And come back to the center. And then straighten your left leg forward. Bend your right knee in. And then lower the foot against the left side. Flex the toes on your left leg, left thumb into your left hip crease, draw that back. Okay, again, if your knee is lifted up, take a block underneath and support it. Right hand towards the sky. Rotate the chest over to the left, reach forward and take your right hand to the outside of your left calf, ankle or foot. Lengthen upward, exhale, folding down. Cross your left hand over the right. Breath is long. And inhale, lift up and walk your hands back. Take your right hand underneath your right knee, lift it up. Again, I have some space between the foot and the left side. Flex the toes, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Okay, press your right knee into your right shoulder. Stay right here or take your right arm out to the side. Internal rotation, take it behind your lower back and take your left hand and grab your right wrist. From there, you reach the sternum away from the navel, reaching forward. And very slowly we release. Press down into your right foot, lifting up, and twist over to the right side, hugging your knee in. Press your knee into your chest, reach through the crown of the head. And slowly inhale, come back to the center, arms back up, and exhale by your side. Take your leg forward and shake it out a little bit. Okay. And then from here, we very slowly roll down to the mat. So again, we do it slow, so bend your knees. Take your hands forward, shoulder heads move back, and then round your lower back. Draw the navel in, firm your abdominal muscles, and lower until the shoulder blades, and come back up. And lower until the shoulder blades, and come back up. Again, firm, 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 lower down. 20 more times, no. And lower, and come back up. Okay, I promise this is the last time. Lower down, and all the way down. Bring your knees into the chest, hug your knees in, massage your lower back. And then we straighten the left leg forward and interlace the hands on top of your right thigh. Press your lower back down to the mat, so keep that connection. And then keep your right hand onto your right leg, take it a little bit out to the side and a little bit higher towards the right shoulder. Keep reaching through the left heel, keep that grounded. And then take your left hand onto your right shin, take your right arm out to the right side and bring your knee all the way over to the left side. Lower the right shoulder down, draw the right rib cage over to the right, belly button draws over to the right. And inhale brings you back. And straighten the right leg forward, left knee into the chest. Again, I ground my lower back down to the mat as I straighten your right leg. And then take your left shin a little bit out to the side, and you notice that the knee may be going a little bit higher to the shoulder. And then take your right hand back onto your left shin and bring it all the way over to the right side. Left arm over to the left. And inhale, come back to the center. And give yourself one last loving hug. And then we come into Savasana, and you have your eye pillows if you'd like a bolster. Support yourself accordingly, either a bolster or a blanket underneath your knees. Support your head if you need to, hands by your side, palms facing up. Take a deep inhale, open your mouth, exhale. And then let your breath be calm and gentle and peaceful. Releasing, relaxing your physical body into the mat. Being very grateful for your body, grateful for your being. Offering compassion to yourself and to others. Bring your awareness back into your physical body. Start deepening your breath. Let that be the only movement right now. This path, this place, this endeavor, and this day are bigger than your vision. We are each of us a part of something vast. We speak and act, make our way through moments of despair and showers of grace. Radiant or bleak, we are already complete, and there is still much work to do. Our divine humanity shows through, and we are humbled, brought to our knees, raised up again, uplifted and received. We taste separation and the merging of souls. This path, this place, this endeavor, and this day have a life of their own, a mission we can't measure or contain, a purpose each heart articulates in different words, a destiny that will not be denied. Dana folds. Now gently move your fingers, your toes. Reach your arms overhead and your heels the other way. With the strength of bend your knees, roll over to the right side. With the strength of your upper arm, press yourself up into a seat, closing your eyes. Bring your hands to the heart and bow your head. And we honor this class and chant one single time of Om. Take a deep inhale. Bow your head to the heart. Honor your divine light inside. Together we pray. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings find peace, love, and true happiness. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you.